Well, hello, wonderful, beautiful tarot people. I wanted to talk to you today. Well, this is actually a VR to Jennifer Ball when she went through the Druid plant oracle. This is kind of a response to that. First, I will tell you, I am an herbalist. I been an herbalist for over 20 years. Or more than that, really. It all started when I was blessed to grow up between both my grandparents, my maternal grandfather and grandmother, and then my paternal grandmother. My paternal grandfather had already passed, so I never knew him. But my maternal grandparents owned a dairy farm with a large tract of land. And my maternal grandmother would take me for walks in the woods, and we would make terrariums, and she would show me all these plants, and that really sparked my interest. And my paternal grandmother did the same thing. She had this favorite place in the woods where she would find lady slippers and rare plants. So I was introduced to the plants in the woods at a very young age. As soon as I was able to walk, I was out playing in the woods and the fields. So I'm an herbalist. I have been a certified herbalist in therapeutic herbalism for over 20 years. I started my study basically by working at Wise Way Herbals. And then I went on to Blazing Star Herbal School, where I earned my certificate in therapeutic herbalism. I've also studied a bit with Susan Weed, weekend workshops, done a few, and then the rest of it ever since then it's been self-study. But one of the things, and this is what you see in front of you right now, is I learned how to spin about 5 years ago, spin wool, and I just fell in love with it. And being that I was an herbalist, I knew a lot of the plants, medicinal plants and plants alike, were really good at dyeing. So I started dyeing my wool with plant material exclusively. So what I have here, Jennifer was talking about she had never heard what woad was. I don't have woad or matter here, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a sample. Woad is a plant that has been used in England and Scotland, in that area, for centuries to dye tartans, and it's a blue. See, I had some blue. This blue is actually dyed with indigo. I grew the plant. It's a Japanese indigo, and this is after a process using urea, which is urine. I got this blue dye. This is really quite lovely. Hopefully the camera is picking this all up. This is dyed with hibiscus, so it gave it kind of like a gray color. So it's how would you call it? Multicolored. It's variegated. It's a variegated yarn. This is all hand spun, hand dyed by me. This is what I love to do. So that's the indigo. So woad is very similar. So that's why I wanted to show you the indigo. They make woad balls, and the process, I believe, is very similar to making indigo. Madder is a red dye plant. Has also been used. You think of the Scottish red, that's how they get that. Madder can grow here. One that we use in herbalism is called, I believe it's Sweet William. I can't think of the name right off. I should have looked it up. But that's what your woad would look like. It would be extremely very similar. So unfortunately, I don't have any reds on the Madder. I do have a sister plant of it that is growing, but I don't really have enough to make a batch with it yet. Hopefully it will grow and I can get that at some point. And also, last night, Tarot Alchemist was on with two of ours, and they were talking about popular. Now, Popular is a good dye plant with the leaves. And this here, this headband that I made, is dyed with Popular. This is mohair. Mohair comes from a goat. It's like a sheep that, you know, it has the sheep-like quality. It's very long staple. It's really nice to spin with, and it's extremely expensive. I got a deal on this. So that's was dyed with Popular leaves. That's what gave it the yellow color. It has a little green to it because I put some copper in there to give it a little shine. I leached the copper off a pot, so that way it's very sustainable. So that's the Popular. And Popular are related to aspens. So if you think of the quaking aspens, that's what Popular is. We have a Popular strand. Populars don't grow alone. They like to go in groups. You have one Popular, you're going to have a lot more other. So they make a really pleasant dye plant. And they love to grow in groups. And I know there's a lot of lore about them. I don't think I have my tree book handy, but a lot of the barks of trees you can use to make dyes. And this is one of my favorites. This is black walnut. The walnuts that fall off the trees in the fall, you just pick them up and throw them in the water and let them set, and you get this nice rich brown color. Japanese indigo grows well in, I'm in the northeast of New England, and it grows well. It's like warm, it's like really warm, moist air. Last year it grew in abundance. I couldn't stop it from growing. This year it barely grew, so I didn't have much. So I did a different dye process, and I got this like greenish brown this year. I didn't do a lot this year. I'm going to do another video explain why I didn't do as much. There's really a good reason behind it. But that's kind of it. That's what woad and matter are used for, is dye. They're great dye plants. I'm sure they have a folklore. I could look that up too. But I just wanted to let Jennifer know that's what you do with some of the beautiful plants that Mother Nature gifted us with. The answer is always with Mother Nature. That's something I believe. So I hope you enjoy this. Till next time, over and out.